Hi there. I'm Jody Bentley, actor, producer, speaker, and teacher. Hello. And as an actor, I play women who are ambitious, determined, myopic, and obsessed to the extreme. As a producer, I tell stories that raise social consciousness. And as a teacher and speaker, I talk about bravery in business. Hold for sound. Hold for sound. Hello, Suzanne Keller. Oh my God, I haven't seen you forever. How are you? Yay. Okay, so bravery in business. Why do I talk about this? I'm talking about the business of acting, the business of entertainment, the crowdfunding business, and the business of life. And to me, bravery is an obsessed desire to authentically live your vision and your passion for your life and career without compromise, because that takes bravery. To me, bravery is a choice, and I invite you to be brave. So welcome to episode 10. Hello, Nazanin. How are you? Thanks for joining. Suzanne, where have you been? How is your business? Suzanne Keller has opened a store. I'm going to get the name wrong. Something with pup in it. Ooh, I'm forgetting. But we love dogs, and her amazing partner have opened a store called Pup Something. Write it down so I can tell people, Suzanne. Damn it. All right, we'll get it in there. We'll do a plug, I promise. Okay, so episode 10 of Bravery in Business is all about big vision. Okay, thank you, Suzanne. Almost open. The Pup Club. I was close. The Pup Club on the East Coast in Connecticut. Check it out. I'm sure you have a website. It's almost open. Everyone go check out the Pup Club. Bravery in business. Awesome. Okay, so today we're going to talk about big vision. And I posted a question yesterday, which was, people can't support you if they don't know what you want. So what's your big vision for your career? That's what we're going to talk about. But I want to just look at some answers that people had. Yeah, okay, let's look at some answers, and then I will give you my analysis thereof. So let's see. June wants to be able to support herself making a living with performing on stage, in film and animation and voiceover work. She says, I want to do it all. Alan wants a manager who can relate his ideas. Diane Christensen, God love her, I love her. She will be living in the Caribbean writing her memoir. Yes. Libby's going to get her pilot picked up by Netflix. Oh my God, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Temitope? What a beautiful name. Is going to start a new acting career. And of course, Nathan Reed says he wants to date my fiance, Matt Vieira. That's his dream. Okay, Nathan. The sword is thrown down, the gauntlet has been raised, which is I'm getting it wrong. Anyway, hello, Warren. Yes, what if you want several things? We're going to talk about that. Great question. And thank you, Suzanne. Suzanne just said I've always been brave. I appreciate that. Thank you. And she's in New Hope, Pennsylvania, not Connecticut. I got every detail wrong on that. Okay, great. So cool. So a few people responded, and I just want to make a couple observations about this because I get a lot of responses on my post when I ask the questions about bravery and I do my midweek musing. I get a lot of responses on those. Hello, Todd Butera. He has joined. Welcome, Todd, everybody. And I was a little surprised that there was only like 5 comments on this post. And I have to say, I'm glad the people who responded, most definitely. And I was surprised at the lack of specificity in what most people wrote. Because how do you know what you're going to be doing today and tomorrow and next week if you don't know where you're going? And if you don't clearly see that big picture vision of where you're going, how do you expect to get there, number one? And how do you expect to elicit the support of others to support you and be in service to you on your journey, just as you're going to be in service to others? So if there's no specificity and there's no clarity there, and it's just, I want to do it all, or I just want to be an actor, or whatever, how is that clear? How is that painting a picture for yourself and someone else of where you want to go? Thank you, Warren, for saying hey to Todd. Todd, Warren says hey. Warren meet Todd, Todd meet Warren. Cool. I'm also a connector. I love it. Okay. So does this make sense? Because look, it's, as a business owner, no one is giving you a syllabus, if you will. No one is saying, hello, this is going to be the next year of your life. You're going to do all of these things, and you're going to have your midterm here, and you're going to have your deadlines for all the things, and at the end of it, you're going to be amazing, and your business is great. It doesn't work that way. So guess what? You get to create your own path. You get to create your own syllabus, if you will. And my gosh, I'm in the middle of creating mine right now for Relativity School. Syllabus for a year. Oof, it's a lot. Okay. But look at it this way. Do you think that Starbucks or FedEx or Staples, do you think they have plans, quarterly plans, year plans, 5-year plans, 10-year plans, big visions for where they want to go, or what stores they want to open, or what new products they want to carry? Of course they do. And then as artists or creatives, sometimes it's challenging to think of it in those terms, or to think of it that large, right? Because really, we get to look at the macro vision of our career, the 30,000-foot vision of our career, as well as the day-to-day. And it's balancing that macro and micro vision. And today is really all about having that big macro vision, because that is going to dictate everything else that you're doing. Oh, I got passionate about that. And then I just saw that I did put on my Wonder Woman cuff today. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Because if you don't know where you're going, then what's the point? What's the freaking point? And if you don't have clarity and specificity about it, again, how do you expect to enroll anyone, an agent, a manager, a publisher, a customer, to support you, buy your product, whatever that is? So we get to give ourselves a plan. We get to give ourselves a structure. And actually, this is fun, because this is where you get to dream big. This is where you get to really tap in and figure out, where do you want to go? And then how are you using your time to hit your short-term goals? Yes. But to fully get where you want to go. And I'm not even just talking about career. Hello, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. I'm not even just talking about career. I'm talking about life. I'm talking about financial stuff. I'm talking about health, spiritual. What is your big vision in terms of all those capacities in your life? Because if you don't give yourself a structure and a focus and a path, no one is going to just present you with one. You get to choose your path. Now, I think a lot of people, and I know this is true with goals. Hello, Ronnie. Thanks for joining. I think a lot of people sometimes don't want to think too much about the future, right? Because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, right? I could go to an audition tomorrow and book a series regular, and then that's my whole path for the next, 10 years of the series is super successful. Yes, let's put that out in the universe today. Great, cool. Or I could not have an audition for 3 months, right? So this is where I think people, and I can even say myself included in this, we tend to stall out because it's kind of overwhelming to look at the big picture, the largesse, especially when we're like, yeah, but that could all change tomorrow. And again, structure will give you freedom, or else there's chaos. Without structure, there's chaos. So either we get to choose to live life like this, chaotically, reactively to everything that comes in, or we get to have a structure with freedom in it where we can move and flow and shift and change, but within your passion and your vision. Because guess what? It's your career. It's your life. It's your choices. You get to stand up for what you want, but you get to know what that is first. So here's what I suggest doing. I love 2 exercises. One is be, do, have, exercise. So what I would recommend, and I haven't done this in a while, and I'm going to do it again myself because, we change, right? So it's something to do every couple of years, maybe every 5 years. Check in with yourself and see what has shifted in your desires, your wants, your wishes, your dreams. So what I recommend is get yourself a little iced tea or a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, whatever you would like, and sit down with be, do, and have. And we're going to take each section separately. So you're going to focus on be. And I want you to set a timer for 10, 15 minutes, whatever you want to do, and just stream of consciousness writing. What do you want to be in your life? I want to be written about in theater history books. I want to be a household name. I want to be admired. I want to be respected. I want to be a mentor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be brave. What are all those things that you want to be? So take the time and write it out. And then do the same thing for do. What do you want to do in your life? Well, I want to travel. I want to go to Egypt. I want to learn Italian. I want to book a series. I want to sell my TV series. All those things that you want to do. So take 10, 15 minutes and write those down. Oh, I have lots of pinging going on. I hope that's all right. And then have. What do you want to have in your life? Again, take 10, 15 minutes. I want to have Christian Louboutin shoes. I really want them for my wedding, but they're way too much money. It can be material things like that. I really want Tesla. But it can also be the intangible. I want to have a support system of geniuses around me. I want to have love. I want to have integrity, right? It can be those things as well. So I urge you to do this because it's going to just start opening up your mind in a bigger way to see what are those things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. And let's see. Hello, Kelly. Thanks for joining. Liz Heshe. Where's your son? Is he watching too? Oh my God, I just blanked on his name. Is it Peter? Oh no. I'll have to look at your post. Damn it. Tell me his name and I'll say hello. And hello, Katie. Thank you all for joining. Suzanne, oh, very sweet. Thank you, Suzanne. She said Jody is great on screen anything. Thank you. Okay, so be, do, have exercise to open up what you really want in your life, the largesse of your life. Because so many times we go with blinders on, right? We have little blinders on because we're so focused. Sorry, I have a hair on my lip. Okay, there it's gone. We're so focused on the immediate. We're so focused on the here and now. Sometimes we forget why. We forget that big picture and we forget the why. Please don't forget the why. When you forget your why, which is losing that connection to your big vision, that's when people become jaded, bitter, mad, angry, whatever. And that's simply because you are no longer connected and your passion. So that's why I think this work is so important. The specificity of this work is so important. All right, other thing I want you to do. You, my Facebook Brave friends, are going to create your 20-year plan. And you are going to write down in 20 years, 3 goals that you want to accomplish in 20 years. So that's like your big vision, right? And think of it in terms of career, financial, and life, right? So 1 goal for each of those. So you're going to do that for 20 years. You're going to do it for 10, 5, 3, 1, and 6 months. And 3 months. All right, that a lot. 20 years, 10 years, 5, 3, 1, 6, and 3. And sometimes I think it's good to start big, like start at the 20 year, and your brain might not work that way, and I get it. But see if you can. See if you can go, great, in 20 years, what is it that I want? And then how can you map out those milestones and then work backwards to be, okay, well, what do I need to do now to make sure that I'm going to get there in 20 years? And I did this about 4.5 years ago. Hello, Julie. Thank you for joining. It is a great exercise. You've done it. Okay, so I did this about 4.5 years ago. And I think I had wrote at the time that my 10-year goal, career goal, was to be executive producing and starring in my own television series. So producing came in my mix, which had never been in my mix before. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, in 10 years I'm going to produce. Yeah. And literally a couple weeks after that, Nathan Reed approaches me and he says, hey, I have this script. I want you to produce it. And I was like, gosh, you know what? That's super funny. I just wrote I wanted to produce, but not for 10 years. So no. And he kept coming at me and being like, no, I want you to produce. And I was like, no, Nathan, it's my 10-year goal. I'm not going to do it now. Like, leave me alone. He's like, would you read the script? I'm like, I don't have time. He's like, it's a short. It's 7 pages. Read the script. I was like, fine. So I read it and I liked it. Oh, hold for sound. Too many planes today. Holding for sound. So I read the script. I liked it. And I was like, okay, fine, like, let's do this. And then I was playing his wife in the script, and he was leading the script. And then that opened up to another producing job and another producing thing. And then that triggered my moving to LA. And now I have 2 television series that I am producing and pitching, which will probably take some years to get done. So I am actually on my path for my 10-year goal of executive producing and starring in my own television series. However, I almost didn't go down that path. Really? Another plane? I almost didn't go down that path because I was like, well, yes, but that's not where I want to be now. That's where I want to be in 10 years. But little did I see at that time that was starting to lay the groundwork for the big vision. And I did start to realize that a few months in. I was like, oh man, what a gift I received. What a gift I received for being specific about my future. So I urge you to think big of where you really want to be and really specific about what that is. And then start to pull back those milestones and see what you have to do now to get there. Because again, our career as actors, artists, writers, directors, producers, small business owners can feel chaotic. We are just, some of us trying to stay afloat, trying to make a go of it, and trying to figure it out, right? And especially as artists, we can have a job one week and be without a job another week. That just happens. I'm finishing up a 6-book audio series right now, and I don't have another one lined up yet. So it's like, ugh, right? That's what we do. And we have a plan. We can follow that plan. It is our guide. It is the guidance. It's like you're creating your own little syllabus because you're your own little mentor, giving yourself a path. And know that that path will change. It will. And as long as you stay on your passion and your vision and connected to your why, you're going to be fine. But give yourself a place to start from. Give yourself a structure. Give yourself a place to jump. Because really, that's freedom. Hello, Essam. Hello, Jean-Paul. Thank you for joining. So, does this make sense, what I'm talking about? So, on this post, I want you to do all this work that I just said. And then on this post, under this video, write what your big vision is for your career. Write down your 10-year or your 20-year. Let people know where you're going, what you want, what is driving you. Because guess what? I know that when I go to a networking event and people go, what do you do? I'm not just going to go, I'm an actor. Because no one cares. They don't. And I'm not saying that to be harsh. I'm saying that to be truthful. But what they do care is why you do what you do. And what you're doing and where you're going. So know this about you to be able to share it effortlessly with other people. Because that is bravery. It takes bravery to share with someone what you really want in your life, not just to say you're an actor and you'll take anything that comes your way. Does that make sense? Awesome. All right, this was episode 10, Bravery in Business. Thank you all for joining. So follow me on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all of the things. And go to jodiebentley.com, sign up for my newsletter. And as always, I'm here. If you ever want a 20-minute consult, Click on my calendar. Let's schedule that, and let's talk more about how I can be of service and support you in your own career goals and big vision. All right, until next time, have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Thursday. All right, bye. Wonder Woman. I had to. Okay, bye.